mean, to be honest with you, if you guys can't tell by the shape of it.
No, they know. They know what it is.
500 foot-pounds at 3,100 RPM.
I'm sorry it's not a K-Series, guys. Let's look at them. How do they look? They look pretty good?
This one looks better.
I was going easy on it because obviously it's not my car and I'm not trying to Ryan Dunn it. What is up, guys? So today we are starting this video off. We are in Baltimore, Maryland currently. Just went through Jersey, New York. Very poor travel. Today is an exciting day. A day I've been anticipating, and I know you guys have been too. Going to pick up something very special that a lot of you guys may or may not know. So I've seen it in the comments. You guessed it. Some of you got it. Going to Maryland to my buddy Chavis's house. Tyler Chavis. I've been in contact with him for a little bit. We've been, you know, he's got some stuff for me that is gonna be pretty damn sick for the cars. I'm excited to see what he has because I think he has a lot of cool stuff. And I'm sure he could drop some knowledge on me with what I am doing. Being said, let's just get there, you know, and we'll go check it out. You guys won't be disappointed, but if you want, leave down in the comments below what you think I'm doing or what you think I'm picking up. I think we've arrived. He has Porsches everywhere. He's got some BMWs. He's gonna have some shit. All right, guys, we have arrived at Tyler Chavis's in Baltimore, Maryland, to his shop. So, I did say we were picking up something for the Porsche. Did not say what it is too much. I don't know if he has if the motor is in this one, but I got this packet right here, and that probably says a lot about what the motor is. Quick interruption for today's video to announce that the E36 giveaway is still live on the site at shop.djnoway.com. I will provide free shipping to the lower 48 states. Go get entered now, and let's get back into today's video. There he is, Tyler.
Hey, what's up, guys? So Blueprint makes a 530 horse LS3, and then they make the stroker, which is a 427. It's an LS3 that's stroked out to a 427 cubic inches. So.
And I said it in my last video. I was like, yeah, I'm taking a ride to Baltimore, Maryland. We're like, oh. So there was a few comments saying, oh, you're going to see Chavis.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So let's see this, right? So, you know, obviously they used the new block. They may have reused, I don't know what they honestly would have reused. But the block was new, the crank was new, everything was, because this obviously was a failure at one point.
So it was rebuilt.
Yep. Okay. So, you know, valley cover, but this is literally, as you can see, it's brand spanking new.
That's not what I was expecting, but it was better than what I was expecting.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like
a nasty block.
A little bit, yeah.
So the best part is they're 427s. You can go online and look at them, but they always paint the blocks orange. I'm like, dude, don't paint the block.
Sick, because I thought the block was gonna be orange.
Screw that. Yeah, no, that looks really gaudy. That's like American muscle.
Yep.
So, and the cool thing is, it's, you know, like an LSX is an iron block, but this is your aluminum block, and this engine, once it's fitted with kind of all the accessories that you'll be using in your conversion, it's still 40 pounds lighter than the factory flat six, and this is, I mean, dude, you'll probably make at least the 427s on a Mustang dyno, they make about 475 to about 500 at the wheel. So I mean, it's going to be rowdy. It's going to be rowdy, dude.
I kind of wish the 997 was all-wheel drive for this application, but I think rear-wheel drive is going to be.
It's going to be funny.
Put some grippy tires on it.
It's going to be sketchy, but.
No, dude,
I mean, you know, you built.
So I guess what I like about the 997s is that they just put the power down really well, whether it's rear-wheel drive. I mean, obviously all-wheel drive puts the power down a little bit better, but in turn, I mean, they handle a little like tank-like.
Pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Controllable.
Exactly. With the rear-wheel drive, I prefer the body of an all-wheel drive car because it has the wider hips, but I like how nimble a rear-wheel drive car is. It's real point and shoot, and I mean, dude, you'll be able to do donuts, and I mean, you're gonna have a lot of fun.
No, I'm stoked for it.
When do you think you'll actually have it all up and running?
How long do you think it'll take me to do it? Is the question.
I mean, you're mechanically inclined, so honestly,
luckily you supply a lot of the hard parts. I
Yeah.
have to source a lot of that, which we will talk about here in a second.
I would say, you know, we can usually do a car if we have everything we need and there's no holdups and the money's flowing. We can do it in about probably 10 working days. I think you have everything, at least for the most part. And we'll go over kind of chassis prepping and all that kind of stuff. So I think you'll be a-okay. This is it with the used Valley cover.
That's not a big deal. The heads look crazy. Is it just me?
They look nuts.
They look huge.
And it even says they have like a little, just I don't know. I don't know what that. And they put a little plastic rivet in one of the bell housing bolts.
The specs for the motor are in here, like the pistons and what's internally in the motor.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and you know, if not, because I actually never read those. I just give them to the customer.
Yeah.
Kind of bad. But yeah, you can actually look online and it will show you the compression ratio and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure they're curious and they're gonna want to hear like the actual specs of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry it's not a K series, guys. I'm sorry it's not a K series, but I need a LS in my life. All right, so we've been talking a little bit and about the swap, and he was like, you know what? We'll go over the swap parts and stuff here soon. But he was like, first take this for a ride. Let me know what you think about it, how it feels. So they're in the process of finishing this one up. It's not complete yet, but we'll see what she could do. This has a similar engine, not as overkill as the one that I have, but it's a stock GM block. That was like 50%. The suspension feels really good. That beeping is gonna drive
The
me.
seatbelt.
Is it the seatbelt? Damn, they're red. That's red. Red's a vibe. That one's hard.
Yeah.
That one is sick. Obviously, you can see it's very incomplete, but LS3, Godspeed suspension, I believe he said is what was in it. So we gotta go get gas for it, and then we'll rip it a little more. All right, so we got Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Both same. I don't know the exact engines in it. I just know they both got LS3s, and I don't know which ones. 4, 6, 4.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you, but just look at them. How do they look? They look pretty good.
This one looks better.
That's because of the center exhaust.
The center and that.
Really? You choose that wing over this one?
This one.
Huh?
This one.
Over that?
Yeah.
No.
Kinda. They're both kind of cool.
So I think this is the Z wing, they call it, because obviously it looks like a Z there. Hard. Silver's good.
Yeah.
Silver's good. Just different. Subtle. They need to be finished up, but they're both fresh swaps. We're gonna see how it feels. I wanted to wait for mine, but when you get offered to drive it, you drive it. Now we're fueled up. We're gonna try not to loop her.
That's it.
He did say that. He did say that. Third gear is just the gear, I think, personally.
Good.
The chassis just feels so responsive, like it feels very controllable. Feels pretty stock, not that loud.
No, it's
The
not.
noise isn't bad at all.
It's nothing like you'd think.
AC needs to be charged, so it's a little warm in here. It does offer AC, but this is, like I said, a fresh build, so. A little pops. It is on ethanol. What?
It do go.
I don't want to Ryan Donos. We poor.
Look at the horses.
Imagine sliding through the horse field.
Sideways.
Through the fence.
I hit the worst thing possible.
This thing feels really good.
It feels like,
I have to say.
from my perspective, it feels like a stock car.
Absolutely. As a stock.
It's not loud.
No. Which
It's not that vibrating.
not vibrating. The car does rumble.
Yeah.
Which is sick, but not in a bad way.
It is popping heavily. It's this corn.
The brakes are the best because it's been sitting. This thing is sick. You have to drive it. You have to drive it.
I'll wait.
You don't want to drive it?
Nah, I'm fucking sweating so bad.
It's
This
hot.
window don't go down.
Dude, this thing is it's a
It looks like it's very controllable and
Oh my
nice
God.
drive, yeah.
it hammers.
I got a couple good shots.
I was going easy on it because obviously it's not my car and I'm not trying to Ryan Dunn it. It hammers and it feels good.
Yeah.
Let's get this thing back to the shop and go over the LS swap components for my car. I think he's doing an oil change on his Gallardo, is that what it is? And then we're gonna put one of the cars on the lift so that way he could just explain the swap and how everything works. He's not in here. Where'd he go? He's probably ripping the lamb. Alright, so we got back in the car. I was saying, it's literally the top 3 car that I've driven with swaps wise. You swap a car and it kind of takes the soul out of it, but luckily we have all of these parts that will make the engine mated up to the chassis. So just to go through a few of them, we have everything for the clutch. We have pedals, which those are easy to find. You could get those anywhere at your local scrap yard or junkyard, Chuck and Eddie's. We have the adapter plates. What clutch is that? What clutch is in there?
So that is a rigid hub stage 3 plus.
Check it out. That thing is beefy. So we're kind of gonna need, I was gonna go with the stage 2, but this one is probably a little more suitable for that engine application. We have the power steering here, which is very important because it's a Porsche. You need power steering. You know what I mean?
And that is, I was going to just say, not to interrupt you.
No, please do.
So that's a TRW pump. So that's the same pump used in like the GT3 RSRs
Okay.
and everything. So if you see like a cup car or, you know, really, yeah, any type of Porsche race car or cup car, those are always mounted directly dead center, lowest center of gravity possible on the in the trunk pan.
In the front.
Yep. Yeah, so we use the exact same thing because it's proven by Porche, so it's good enough for us. While like competitors will use like a Prius pump. I guess the only downside is this has a little bit of a whine to it, as I'm sure you heard.
Yeah.
But
That's nothing.
yeah, music playing or something like that. And
Make the exhaust a little louder.
exactly.
And then
A hodgepodge of AC lines, yeah.
it's gonna be fun. AC is a must, power steering is a must. I mean, you could kind of go without the AC, but I'm almost 30, so I think I'm growing up a little bit. It would be nice to have AC, you know? And then this right here, this is so important. Probably the most important piece to this swap besides the engine, and that is the wiring harness. So this module kind of eliminates all of the coding and Porsche blah 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 for your tack to work.
It basically
This is like
fully communicates with the chassis.
the brain.
Yep.
The brain. I can't say who makes this harness because
He makes it.
he makes this harness, which is sick. He's got it all figured out. So my dash will work, all of that, no issues. Look at, you know what that is?
Chassis connector.
Chassis fucking connector.
That's that crazy box he was talking about.
Oh yeah, huh? What is the box? Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah, don't tell me either. I was thinking about what is that? He was just explaining it to us and we already forgot.
No, I remember. I gotta ask him about this. Intake with the sock. You know what goes there?
You know what goes there?
Math. Testing you. Math sensor, look, full intake. Check.
Done.
Harness, check. Power steering, AC. Coolant, somewhat. This is some of it, I think. And oil pan gasket. We have shifter cables. We have a slave. He hooked it with all of the clutch reservoir with the line that goes right to the pedal. Crazy customized oil pan
I think that's a
with
Moroso.
the pickup. Oh, Moroso makes it?
I
Shout
think
out
so.
Moroso, that's a local company of ours. And a custom,
Pickup tube.
so this may not look like a lot of stuff for the swap parts, but it's a lot.
You didn't show the best part. I think this is the
I
best
did
part.
say that. What's
This right here.
What's this part?
That's the transmission adapter.
Perfect. Question.
Yeah.
What is it? You told me what this box was.
That is the CAN module. So that takes all the like the GM sensor data and just translates it and broadcasts it out on the Porche CAN network. That's really like the star of the show right there. That's,
This is.
Yeah.
That's doing it all.
Yeah.
Built here, people. Made in America. Come on. Look at that. Sick piece. Sick piece. So this will mount the engine to the car.
Basically.
Basically. With some bushings that we're gonna get here soon. This would get it in the car.
Yep.
This will get
This is getting it in the car.
in the car. And wired.
Yep. And it's the small stuff.
It's a lot more of the small stuff, you know. Complete engine accessories, but it's good. This is a huge chunk, and we're gonna pull actually one of the cars in that we just had out, so we can show you guys more of the engine in the car.
These get tuned.
Yeah, this one needs a tune still. Sounds great though.
Dude, this one is no muffler, so just to give you an idea.
This one's a little louder.
Yeah, this one is resonators only. I just personally like the
Dual.
Super X, man.
Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, it's
It just
badass.
looks so much better, you know?
I agree. You got your notepad? This is the notepad. You've never blown a pan out?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, everybody always thinks that it's like super low.
It's not that
It's
low.
not that bad. Nah, it's pretty good. I was gonna say, do as I say, not as I do. Because that
I was just.
Nah, you're good, dude. I'm not worried about it.
All right, here she is.
Yeah, literally the only thing I actually gotta do is I'll put one little zip tie right through there.
Not too much to show or talk about. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, 100%.
Pretty simple.
And like I said, what I gotta send you is pretty much this. This is bulk heater core line. It's 3/4 line. We cut them in 75-inch sections.
Okay.
And literally, it just kind of goes up between the e-brake cable and the body,
Okay.
and then it literally goes up there and just kind of goes over the transmission. It's held to the firewall by a rib nut and a P-clamp, and then it comes out all the way up there.
I see.
And then I'll give you those nylon barb fittings, but there's a T-fitting, and then there's a hose that connects to the bottom of that, and then there's another T-fitting, which is like a 3/8 to 5/8, just for your molded heater core lines.
Under the bonnet. All right.
Engine lid.
Tell me about it, Ant. What do we got going on?
LS3, 495.
Oh, that's what it was
Yeah,
too.
490. No, well, we didn't take this one out.
The other one. Yeah.
Well, this is a 495 too as well. Very common, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all we put on the 997s. The 996s we'll put like a 430 in, because I think this is too much power for a 996, but it's
Yeah.
ultimately up to the customer.
Depends who you are. An older gentleman that you probably don't want a lot of nut. But look how good everything looks in here. So this is over the years, revision after correction after revision. Yeah, so I mean,
Constantly reading.
how long have you been doing the swaps? 10,
I guess
12?
if you count like unprofessionally as well, 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it's been.
Very cool, because not a lot of people.
We're the only
is there
one on the
anyone
East
else?
Coast. Well, you have Renegade hybrids and
Who are they?
West Coast. You know, they obviously, the owner of Renegade hybrids bought the business years ago from somebody that I guess was swapping them, didn't really see like it going anywhere. This is my take on it. And then obviously they added and whatnot. But with that said, you know, while I think they have a proper solution for the air-cooled cars, on the water-cooled cars, the 996s were kind of like what they were doing, right? And, you know, I mean, we're talking like taping over ABS lights, just like, you know, I guess they were pretty complacent because there was no one else on the market.
Get it in there, get it done,
Get
no matter.
Get it done.
Yeah.
You know, they were like hardwire the whole engine harness. So if you pulled the engine, you need to disconnect every single sensor and let this loom of a harness just kind of hang, you know? So what we came and did was, I did a 997. We got all the cans sorted out. And better yet, we did it. We were able to keep the factory GM ECU so it can be tuned on HP tuners. And you know, I think that we just have a really, you know, Renegade. They cut the, they mount the engine in one location. They cut this completely out. You can't bolt the trunk. They leave it up to downforce to hold it down. And that's just facts. That's just what it is. There's videos on YouTube of.
Yeah, you're not talking like
Yeah,
bad about it. That's just what it is.
You can literally go on YouTube and, you know, so. You know, we have a really refined kind of non-hot rod conversion where it feels like factory. I mean, you drove, you know, you drove one, so you know better than anyone what it feels like. Yeah, I think Renegade on the way, they just kind of hot rod them.
The harness is really nice. Like you could tuck it very well. It's well ran and everything, which I love.
Yep. Yeah, then it twists right into the factory chassis connectors on the passenger side of the Porche body. And it's just...
It looks sick in there.
Yeah, right?
It looks really good in there.
People are just so confused on like how you get it in. They're like, did you put it from the top? No.
Yeah, we squeeze it through here.
Just tap into it.
And then that's where the power steering goes, right there. Porsche does approve to put it there, right?
TRW, yeah. TRW pub, it says it.
I mean, I'm not mad about it right there. Like you said your buddy put it in there, but then he got rid of the evap, right?
Yeah, and then you gotta, you know, vent it down by the radiators or something. So that's just...
That's cool.
That's a nice little setup, right?
Yeah. You just can't put a luggage in there or something.
Oh, you can still put a luggage in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we are currently leaving Tyler's shout out Chavis Performance. We got a huge haul of parts. Very expensive, but it's good. The engine was a little, you know, it was a couple dollars. So now we just got to get the transmission and every accessory for the engine, because it is just a long block. But after driving that one car, I'm ready to get that thing in the car and oiled down. Beautiful area, Maryland.
What?
Just looking at the motor. So let's get this stuff back to the shop, lay it out, fucking organize it a little bit. That'll probably be tomorrow because we won't be back until dark time. And today was a great success. Let me know what you guys think of the LS997. I think it's gonna be a pretty cool swap, to say the least. See you guys back at the shop. We got a 5-hour drive ahead of us. And just like that, guys, we have made it back to Connecticut. 10 hours of driving. It was fun. Not at all. It was well worth it, because now we have a badass engine for the Porsche. This is gonna be really sick, people. Not as cool as I thought it was gonna be, but after driving the car and seeing it and hearing it, it's a wrap. Time to unload. We got the Johnny's forklift. Shout out to Johnny, always making it easy when we have heavy shit. He bought a forklift, but a mini one. But it works great for hobbyist things, such as this stuff. This harness, I gotta be careful with this, boy. Put this thing on the ground, Aunt, please. Please be very careful. Truck was squatting, huh?
Beautiful.
Textbook.
that. He lowered it while he was steering.
In motion.
That was a combination.
You got that? You seen that on YouTube?
Once or twice. You don't want to hit that.
Easy. All right, now.
I feel like you should pick what
Yeah.
you want it.
Right here for
I'm
now.
gonna put it on the stand. Not right now,
We'll
but
need the engine, or no, the forklift.
Yeah, put it down.
Anyways.
you got room. Bro, you want to do the honors? I know you want to take a peek at it.
It's bolted though.
I know you could.
Should we rip it?
Yeah, start from the bottom. Yeah, lift the skirt up over its head, as they would say. You want to get him? Is there a razor somewhere? I like the way you're doing that, bro.
Yep. You want to rip it all the way around first.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, bro. We'll say that. Want that in unveiling.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you guys can't tell by the shape of it.
No, they know.
No.
They know what it is. So this is just for
This is
for
my own
you.
Personal. Oh wait, I think they got a little double check here. See? All right, Ant, do the honor.
Similar to Brian's motor, but complete opposite of Brian's motor.
Yeah, honestly, I think if you put them on both on an engine dyno, they would probably be
Yeah.
similar final numbers. But this
the
kind
graph.
of
Get the
does
book.
it with half the work, with half the strain on the engine. Completely different cam designs, but
So for you, just by looking at it, I want your honest opinion. You know, it. Do you think this is gonna be a-okay or?
I hope so. Is this a new cast head? Yeah.
Show them the graph.
500 foot-pounds at 3,100 RPM.
Like,
Yeah, it's max RPM, and then it's saying 639.
Is that to the
is
crank?
Max, which is right there. On an engine dyno, I'm sure. 601 crankshaft horsepower. To be honest, I highly doubt there's a lot of like drivetrain loss through a Porsche transmission.
right there, pretty.
Yeah, that's what it's right there.
The only thing I don't really like is the valve covers. They kind of look a little.
Why?
Oh.
I wonder what ignition coils these are. I don't know.
I don't know. They don't even give you a book like saying what it is. Oh, there's a serial number though. That'll probably tell us a thing or two
No.
on their website. You know.
It's 427 cubic inches. I think. Yeah, right. So it started off life as an LS3. It's an LS3 block, 6.2.
Aluminum,
I'm
obviously.
assuming it's bored and stroked to 7 liter, making it a 427.
After finding the bolts for the engine stand, which does suck because they're very specific. See what it does. Slowly. Slow. It's not doing anything weird. Go. Here it goes. Right. Almost. Right. Almost there. Okay, let's
There's a
rotate.
bar in there. This is
I-
gonna be fucking bad.
What's gonna be bad?
Wow.
What are you talking about,
It's
dude?
a heavy ass engine.
Even budge down. I thought it was gonna ball a little. Back it up. Back her up. No. Well, guys, the motor's back at the shop, safe and sound, on the lift, on the engine hoist, on the engine stand. So we have a lot of work still to do, but we have a good jump on things. We have a bunch of the swap components. All the swap components. We have everything for the manual swap, and now we need to get accessories for the engine. I know a lot of you guys are probably asking a lot of the specs on the engine, on said engine, and it has the list right over here, the build sheet of the list. You got your phone?
Huh?
Your phone? Huh?
Okay.
Description of the engine, we have.
No, we're not gonna list everything.
All right, give them the good stuff. Tell them the good specs, you know, ratio.
Alright, so from what I'm understanding, I don't know much about these. It's a stock LS3 block that's been machined, full works, stroked, and then LS3 heads as well. I don't know if they're new or not. I don't know if you could buy those new, but basically everything's been done to it. Forged, stroked, whatever. Compression ratio 11:1. Hydraulic roller cam. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of info. I don't know if what do you want to do? If you want to list all this stuff, do you want to say all this stuff?
We'll say all the good stuff. It's a stroke big block.
Fully built LS.
Yeah.
Just show them the screen right there so they could look at it. I'll pop a picture up maybe.
Should.
Can they? So if you guys want to know the specs of it, I'll put the motor down below. Don't show the fucking price tag. Don't show.
Focusing. Is it focusing? Press the center button.
Don't show the price tag.
Not focusing.
Press the
Yeah,
center
it
button
is.
near your thumb. Like an idiot.
So essentially,
yeah.
it.
Forged crank, forged rods, forged pistons, 11:1 ratio for compression, and yeah.
Basically,
Brian says it
it's
has
gonna-
a heavy intake lift. He
Okay.
said it's gonna have some fucking chop. Basically, that's it.
It's a stroke big block. So you guys know if you guys are swapping your Porsche, Chavis Performance. You've seen him. He makes great shit. He has multiple cars at his house with all of said accessories and components in front of me. So definitely give him a follow. Go check his site out. Swap your Porsche. Take your junk engine out of your Porsche and get a
If you have.
LS3. If you have a Porsche.
Still buy it.
Or still buy it, even if you don't have a Porsche.
Save up for the Porsche.
Yeah, get the swap
Get the
first
swap.
and then buy the Porsche. So this was not a fun video. This was a fun video to film. Not a fun video for my bank account, but it's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna be smiling driving in my Porsche with Ant in the passenger seat and Darren in the trunk.
Or Frank.
Frunk, yeah.
Or being dragged behind.
So definitely stay tuned because this thing is gonna be a thing very, very soon. So check out Chavis Performance, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.